another way for you to decrease stress significantly is with frequent check-ins. Check in with yourself. Check in with yourself and introspect. And this is when you introspect, so you have to check in with yourself and really see through your own bullshit. You have to be radically honest with yourself. You have to develop this discernment to then be able to detect bullshit within yourself. You have to be able to be a human lie detector. You need to be able to see in yourself when you're trying to be something that you're not. You have to see in yourself when you're not being authentic. This is why I said you have to be radically honest with yourself, because being authentic has to deal with being real. And being real has to do with truth. So you have to be honest with yourself to cut through the lies and be true. You have to see those lies being expressed. And you just have to be true to yourself. Because when you're not true to yourself, you're always going to be false. You're always going to be pretending to be something you're not. And when you're pretending to be something that you're not, you're always going to feel like an imposter. And what is an imposter? An imposter is a phony or fraud or fake. And if you're pretending to be fake, if you're being fake, pretending to be something that you're not, then you're not being real, which means you're not being true to yourself. So we have to become radically honest and introspect, check in throughout the day. Am I being true to myself? Am I expressing myself authentically? And with this periodic check-in, with this frequent check-in, you check yourself. You check yourself. And what you'll notice is that you can start detecting when you're pretending to be something you're not. You'll start being able to detect when you're trying to appear as something to try and please certain people. You're trying to appear as something to try and look a certain way in front of certain people. You're trying to appear as something to try and perhaps look a certain way to get some sort of status or climb the ladder or get recognition or be seen as superior. Any of those things and more, you're going to be able to start seeing that. And pretending is always something that you're doing. Being yourself is effortless. Pretending to be something you're not requires effort. So the effort of pretending to be something you're not is always going to create tension. Whenever you're trying to become something, you're actually being something that you're not, because you're always being yourself. And as soon as you're trying to become something, it's actually a step away from yourself. So to become this or to become that will leave you feeling tense. It will create stress within yourself. It's always going to feel like you're being stretched. Becoming is always this feeling that you're stretching. The attention is moving outward to something that you're becoming. Becoming is always about the future. So you're naturally going to feel this stretch like you're a rubber band and you're under tension as long as you're trying to become, as long as you're pretending to be something you're not. So with these check-ins, you're able to start introspecting and seeing, what am I trying to appear as? What am I trying to become? What am I trying to pretend to be? And you'll start noticing this very subtle falseness within yourself. You'll start to notice this subtle tension, and you'll start seeing this effort. And by seeing the effort, you'll simply just relax it. Or it might just feel like you drop it. Just drop that effort. When you drop that effort, it feels like you come back to yourself. It feels like you relax. Because being yourself is the most relaxing. Being yourself is the most natural. Being yourself is effortless. So it's just simply seeing when you're not being yourself. And then that is just simply dropped. Seeing it is basically enough needed. That's all you need to do is just simply see it. So that's why I said is with a periodic check-in, or I shouldn't say periodic, but frequent checking in on yourself and introspecting, you have to see it within yourself. You have to look within and see it, to call yourself out on it. You have to have that radical honesty. You can't just continue lying to yourself. No, I'm not pretending to be something you're not when you are. I'm not trying to become when you are. You have to have this level of discernment to see what is false and what is true. And when you start seeing the false, you drop it, which then it's only the truth that remains, and that you're one with it, that you're one with your word, you're one with your actions, you're one with your feelings. This is integrity. When you're true to yourself, then you have this integrity. Integrity is about wholeness, completeness, right? So you're able to feel one instead of divided within yourself. As long as you feel divided, you're going to feel tension. As long as you feel tension, you're going to feel stress. So let this be an indicator. Let this be a sign. And when you feel that, introspect, look within, reflect, look within and see this. It's so subtle. It's a subtle movement. And then you just feel like you come back to yourself, just simply being myself. And you'll notice that when you're simply being yourself, it feels like you're on a holiday, stress-free. It's stress-free to be yourself. You're only experiencing stress when you're trying to be something you're not. So let these little signs, these flags, create this warning within yourself that then you attend to it and you look, introspect, and see it for yourself. And just simply be as you are. Hopefully this helps. See you in the next one.